Want to make her heart race and leave her intrigued by your presence? Learn the secrets to subtle seduction, captivating body language, and playful flirtation that will create unforgettable tension. Stay tuned for game-changing strategies to keep her on her toes and wanting more. Let's dive straight into what it takes to make a woman nervous, in that electrifying butterflies in the stomach kind of way. These strategies are all about subtlety, respect, and confidence. Master these and you'll leave her intrigued, curious, and thinking about you long after your interaction ends. First, master the seductive gaze. Your eyes are your most powerful tool. When you're talking to her or even just sharing a quiet moment, let your gaze linger slightly longer than usual. It's not a stare, it's about intention. Look into her eyes as though you're trying to read her thoughts, and when she notices, give her a small, confident smile. This isn't the friendly, wide grin you'd give a friend. It's more of a subtle, playful smirk that hints at something deeper. The magic lies in the balance. Hold the gaze just long enough to create tension, but break it before it becomes too intense. Maybe glance at her lips for a split second and then back into her eyes. Trust me, this moment will stay in her mind. Don't forget to combine this with open body language. Keep your posture relaxed, your shoulders back, and your hands visible. Confidence is contagious, and it starts with how you carry yourself. Next, use your voice to captivate her. The way you speak matters just as much as what you say. A voice that's calm, steady, and slightly deeper is magnetic. Speak slower than usual. This makes you sound more thoughtful and confident. It also gives her the impression that you're in control of the conversation. Strategic pauses are your best friend here. When she says something intriguing, don't rush to respond. Let a moment of silence hang in the air, just long enough for her to wonder what you're about to say. It creates anticipation and shows that you're considering your response. Avoid filler words like or as much as possible. Instead, take your time to think and respond with intention. When you're playful, let your tone lighten, and when you're being sincere, let your voice soften. The contrast will keep her hooked. Now, balance interest with a touch of mystery. One mistake many people make is giving away too much too soon. While you should definitely show genuine interest in her, listening intently and asking thoughtful questions, don't overshare about yourself right away. Let her feel like there's more to discover about you. For example, if she asks about your hobbies, give her a glimpse without going into every detail. Say something like, "I've been working on a project I'm really passionate about lately. Maybe I'll tell you more if you ask nicely." This keeps her intrigued and makes her want to dig deeper. When she's talking, stay present. Make eye contact, nod occasionally, and respond in a way that shows you're engaged. If she mentions something she's passionate about, dive into it with her. For instance, if she talks about a hobby, ask her what she loves most about it. This not only shows interest, but also builds a deeper connection. Compliments should be unique and meaningful. Avoid generic compliments like "you're so beautiful" or "I love your dress." While those can be nice, they're also things she's probably heard countless times before. Instead, focus on something more specific and personal. For instance, if she tells a funny story, you might say, "You have such a quick wit. It's rare to meet someone who can keep me on my toes like this." Or if you notice something unique about her, like a subtle piece of jewelry, mention it. "That bracelet is interesting. It feels like it has a story behind it." These kinds of comments show that you're paying attention to details others might overlook, which is incredibly flattering. Be sure to deliver compliments in a way that feels natural and sincere. If you're overly enthusiastic or repetitive, it can come across as insincere. Instead, let the compliment feel like an afterthought, as though you just couldn't help but mention it. Humor and flirtation go hand in hand. One of the most effective ways to create tension is through playful humor. Tease her lightly, nothing too harsh or personal, but enough to make her laugh and think, "What's he up to?" For example, if she orders something unusual at a coffee shop, you might say, "So you're one of those people who drinks lavender lattes? Bold move, I respect it." Flirtation should be subtle but undeniable. Use playful jokes or double meanings to keep things lighthearted but still charged with interest. For example, if you're discussing something she's passionate about, you might say, "Careful, your enthusiasm is contagious. I might end up obsessed with this too." It's light, fun, and hints at deeper attraction. The key is to maintain a balance. Don't turn every interaction into a joke or tease. Mix in genuine moments to show you're serious when it matters. This keeps the conversation dynamic and engaging. Physical touch, when done right, is a game changer. This is where subtlety is absolutely essential. Start with accidental touches, brushing her hand lightly when you're handing her something, or letting your knees touch briefly if you're sitting close. The idea is to make it feel unintentional and natural. As the interaction progresses, look for opportunities to create more deliberate moments of touch. For instance, if she has something in her hair, you might gently remove it and say, "Got it, you're safe now." Or, if she's wearing a necklace, lightly touch it and say, "This is really unique, where did you get it?" Always be mindful of her comfort level. If she pulls away or seems uneasy, back off immediately. Respect is crucial, and the goal is to create a sense of connection, not discomfort. Proximity plays a big role in building tension. When you're talking to her, lean in just slightly, especially during moments of shared laughter or when you're listening intently. This small movement shows that you're fully engaged and creates a sense of intimacy. However, don't invade her personal space. Keep it subtle, just close enough to make her feel like she has your full attention, but not so close that it feels overwhelming. It's all about reading her body language and adjusting accordingly. Bring creativity into physical interactions. One playful way to incorporate touch is through interactive gestures. For example, if she has her hands resting on a table, you might gently pick up her hand and say, "Let me read your palm. I'm getting strong adventurous spirit vibes." Or, if she's wearing an interesting ring, comment on it and turn it into a fun moment of curiosity. These gestures are lighthearted and give you an excuse to initiate touch in a way that feels natural and non-threatening. Plus, they add an element of fun to your interaction, making it memorable for her. Finally, show your protective side. Subtle gestures of care can make a huge impact. If you're walking together, make sure she's on the inside of the sidewalk, away from traffic. If you're entering a crowded space, guide her gently by placing your hand lightly on her back. These small actions show thoughtfulness and create a sense of safety, which is incredibly attractive. For example, if you're out and she's wearing heels, pay attention to uneven sidewalks or tricky steps. Offer your arm casually and say something like, "Here, just in case the ground decides to surprise us." It's a simple but effective way to show you're looking out for her, blending it all together. The real magic happens when you combine these strategies seamlessly. Imagine you're sitting across from her at a cafe. You're leaning in slightly, holding eye contact with a confident, playful smile. When she makes a witty comment, you laugh and lightly tap her hand, saying, "You're dangerous. I didn't expect you to be this quick." Then, as the conversation flows, you let a moment of silence linger before softly saying, "You have no idea how captivating you are." This layered approach, eye contact, voice modulation, playful humor, subtle touch, and genuine interest, creates an irresistible energy. She'll feel the connection without ever feeling overwhelmed, and that's the key to making her nervous in a way that's exciting and unforgettable.